friends, you're here with me, Jenn the Taxidermy Witch, and we are reading the rest, or at least in this episode, chapter 11, and we are talking about hoodoo in bed with Jenn the Taxidermy Witch. I was making videos all day yesterday, and I'm always telling myself, you can't do a video in bed, like that's so lazy, but why not? Why can't we just read a whole entire book in bed? So that's what I've done. We're almost through the book, and it only took a couple of hours. This book is fantastic. This chapter is talking about mojo bags. So let's just get straight into it and talk about it. These are one of the most fun things that I like to do in hoodoo, besides probably oil lamps and a couple of other things that I really, really adore. Okay, so let's get to it. Mojo bags also are called trick bags, conjure sacks, and jackballs. Are charm spells that are prepared, organized, and fixed into a small bag or a ball that can be carried on your person. Let me show you what I mean by that. So you can stitch one up by hand. I always do sewing with these kind of things by hand, and you just stitch a tie into there and it comes out like this. This is all stitched by hand by me for the person that I made it for, okay? And then inside you put, you know, your herbs and things. We'll get into that, but something I always add in mind, because cinnamon is great for protection and so many things. You can't really go wrong by adding it to a working. I usually add a cinnamon stick that I've blown through. So much magical intent. And then it's almost like, because my saliva's on there, my, what do you call it? Personal, what is it called? The lock. It's almost like my tag lock, because my saliva's on it, okay? Tag lock is like a piece of hair, a picture of a person, their name written on a piece of paper, anything, but if you have something like their saliva or hair, it makes a really great one. So, we'll talk about what go in these little babies. That's so cute, and you can find these on my Etsy page. They're super inexpensive. Alright. Mojo bags are often made from red flannel cloth. I know it's black and gray in this video, but these are red. They're bright red, and they're made of that fleece material. Again, in hoodoo, if you don't have exactly what it needs, just use whatever red cloth you have. If you don't have a red cloth, again, you could use a white cloth. White kind of circumferences everything. But yeah, red is traditional. So mojo bags are often made of red flannel cloth, soft chamois leather, and brocade drawstring bags. The latter came from the custom of Native American medicine bags, and if you've seen people wear those around their neck. When it talked about having it in a little ball, this is something, it's a piece of red flannel that I've just done a triple knot on, and I tied it like a little hobo sack. So let me explain to you how I did this. Let's say that these are all the things inside. I have a piece of red flannel. These are herbs, okay? I put it in the inside, and then I tied these two corners together, and it made a knot. And then I tied these two corners together, and it made a knot. And then I did the same thing again, and then it ties up into this little, like a hobo sack type thing. So if you don't have the drawstring, you can do it like this, and you could even sew it shut. A lot of times these, to make them flat is nicer, because a lot of women will put them on their bra, or men will put them in their back pocket, and when you keep it on your person and it's flat, it's much easier than keeping it on your person in a big ball. But it's up to you, however you want to do it, and also you can keep it in your purse. So, Native American medicine bags. In contemporary hoodoo practice, other colors of flannel or cloth can be used instead of red, including green for, yeah, you guessed it, money, blue for serenity, or white for dedications and protection. Though not necessary, a lot of spiritual practitioners sew a charm or an amulet on the outside of their bag to indicate its intention. That's so something that I would do, just like on the outside of my oils that I make. On the jars, I don't like to put a label. Instead, I put like an amethyst, if it's amethyst oil, and I hang it on the outside. Or a little toy soldier inside the war oil, and a gun on the outside. A little plastic, you know, thing. And on the outside of my road opener oil, there's a key. so you can see what it is from the outside. My passion oil has rose quartz on the front and red ties all over it, and you can see the roses on the inside. So basically, you know, I kind of understand that feeling, and I like to go with that same idea because it's totally my style. Okay. It is then tied with a drawstring. Inside it, there are some... Oh, and I did a DIY on my channel of how to make a Hoodoo Mojo bag. So if you want to see how I did this, like every single step-by-step on how to put the pins in, about how long to cut it, all that stuff, I've got it. Just search up Mojo Bags, the Taxidermy Witch, and this video will come up, and then maybe another two. But there's a DIY on it. Once the Mojo bag is made, and you could use a sewing machine, but remember, when you're stitching and you're actually penetrating that bag with your magical intention with the needle and thread, so much more magical. Why wouldn't you do that? Plus, when you make each bag, you can sew in the intention for that very thing. That's why I have all of these things of red flannel in different shapes already pre-cut out, is because I sew them for the person right when they need them. These are great for teeny tiny bags. And these are just kind of the leftover scraps. The bigger ones are great for bigger bags, and these actual ones that I've been sewing. So just wanted to tell you about kind of the process of that, and if you're wondering how to do it yourself, I've shown you on my channel, so that is fantastic. Alright, next, once a Mojo bag is made, the root worker will fix and prepare it. As with all enclosed spells, there are various different ways that conjurers accomplish this ritual, including fuming it in incense, breathing into the Mojo bag, or spreading it over a candle flame at an altar and praying over it. These small bags are extremely personal and tailor-made to the owner. Exactly, and like I say, tailor-made even when it comes down to the actual sewing of the bag, in my opinion. The owners of these Mojo bags will often refuse to be without it. It feels like it becomes a part of you. They are regularly worn on the body, in a pocket, and in a purse to develop a distinct bond with them. You kind of think of it as your friend, as your buddy, something that you need to get what you want to come back to you energetically, yes? The Mojo hand is special in that it is more than specifically a talismanic object. It is it's a potent spiritual aid that works on one's behalf. It continues the spirit-filled example of conjurers in that it maintains that the Mojo hand is actually a vessel for a powerful spirit. The conjurer gathers roots, herbs, and curios that are directed at specific goal, and then combines them together in the bag. These separate spirits join together to produce a spiritual unit that work for the goal of the petitioner. The tying of the bag is an important part of its making, and this keeps within it the spirit whose aid is being sought. In addition, a small talisman or charm may be sewn on the outside of the bag, like if you wanted a pentacle on the outside of the bag, or you wanted, you know, if it was for road opening, you could put a key. If it was spirituality, you could put a little amethyst. If it was for protection, a little piece of cinnamon, you know, but something that's not, or you could just sew on a little bead under the outside, you know, something that would represent what's on the inside, yeah? Accepting this living quality to the Mojo hand, there is a method of working with a Mojo hand. They are not purely consecrated objects, but spiritual allies that you work with. A Mojo hand must be fed in order to be kept alive. They are given special herbal blend oils, special colognes, whiskey, and from time to time, where did I leave off? From time to time, even bodily fluids. Yes, I've heard that a lot. This communication between the Mojo bag and the wearer form a mutual bond between the spirit of the two that heads to a powerful and rewarding relationship. Once you finish your Mojo bag, you should keep it out of sight of others. A Mojo bag is normally worn under the clothes. It is thought that if someone touches your Mojo bag, its luckiness will die. That's like how I feel about my tarot cards. I'm like, no! Don't touch them. They're just for my hands. You can look. Alright, so, and that's just a personal thing. I know a lot of people let them cut the cards, all that. That's not for me. I feel like the luckiness will die. Whenever you are not carrying your conjure bag, you can keep it out of sight, somewhere safe. Alright, so now we've got some, first it's going to talk about a money Mojo bag, so we'll find out what's in that. What did Monique Joyner Siedlak tell us is in there? For the ribbon, I just go to the dollar store and get some nice shiny black ribbon, inexpensive, and I cut the tails to look pretty. So when you tie it, it's just a little bit prettier, you know? Ouch. Oh, yeah, I want to talk about an offering that you can do as well. We already did a chapter, or we already read the chapter on offerings, but I think that this is really interesting and unique, the way that I light my tea light candle. I brewed some Café du Monde, this New Orleans coffee with chicory, and it's at that old Jackson Square in New Orleans, Louisiana. And what I do is from my altar candle, I light a match, and that match does a poof, and fire, I believe, brings spirit close to us and makes them recognize what's going on. I've got my coffee in a French press ready to go. For an offering, you always give the person you're offering to, or your ancestors, or the dead person, theirs first. You want them to have the best of the best, and then you take yours. And I've got a little sample here. I'm going to taste it and talk about it, and talk about the notes of the chicory and espresso and all that. I've got just a simple tea light, and I've got the plate and saucer that I always use to give to my the ancestors, not my ancestors, the ancestors of Hoodoo, Conjure, Rootwork, and the like. So, it's special that I use the same cup, and I'm going to pour out some coffee and give a little offering. So, just a simple white tea light, and you could engrave with your finger on the top of it, just thank you. In Hoodoo, you do your carving with your fingernail. And it doesn't have to be perfect, just enough so it's legible to you. And then I'm going to step over here so you can see me light this match, and it's going to go poof and look really cool and fun. Ready? Oh, and I say while I'm lighting it what I'm up to, okay? So, ancestors of Conjure, please see this offering, accept it, and be with me here. Thank you for everything you've done for me so far. Thank you for being with me now. And please accept this amazing offering of this Café du Monde coffee that I know that you love. It has chicory in it. Do my symbol in the smoke over top of it. And I'll press that French press. This is a nice little 1 cup French press that I love. And I'll pour out my offering. Black coffee, great offering to the ancestors of Conjure. And the one that has chicory in it, even better. So when I'm done, this will actually go on the floor with the rest of my ancestor altar down there. Alright. When it's really hot, there's a nice crema on the top. But I'll give it a taste and talk to you about how well that is. and then we'll talk more about the rest of this chapter in Hoodoo. Hi, you're here with me, Jenn the Taxidermy Witch, and I am not sponsored by anybody. I don't make any money doing this, but I love doing it. If you have any video requests, please let me know. Leave them in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, because I don't have a Facebook, and I do loads of videos, but my channel's not growing very fast. So please, thank you. Kidding. That's like my personal ad. I don't know. Also, thank you, Pagans and Witches Amino app. I couldn't do this without you guys. I'm so happy for the family that I have there. And as soon as this book is done, I'm going to be posting the entire thing with all of the videos onto Witches and Pagans. And I really hope that that's going to be a star winner. Alright, so let's taste this. First of all, it smells just like regular espresso, okay? Dark, a little bitter, a nice full body. Acidic in a good way. You guys, you're not going to notice this is any different from normal coffee, except you'll be like, what brew or blend is that? What is amazing? Now, I did a whole entire video on chicory. I think it's like 33 minutes, and it's got, like, I had to talk so fast because I had 14 books I read out of on chicory. I don't remember. It was either a lot of books or a lot of information, but I think that was one of the videos I had to like speed read through. But yeah, this coffee is fantastic. It has chicory in it. Comes from Louisiana, New Orleans, where Hoodoo and Conjure, you know, basically really originated, right? In the Americas. Okay, so this Money Mojo bag, right? Items needed: red or green flannel bag, a coin, real or fake, 1 buckeye, 5-finger grass, silverweed, clove, cinnamon, pair of lodestones that will fit into the bag, money drawing oil, money drawing incense. Place all items except incense and oil in the bag and tie the bag, creating a neck. And I think what they mean is tie the bag, creating a neck, meaning tie it down here and then create a neck. Let's continue reading and see if we get a little bit better explanation. Smoke the incense, pray Psalm 65 over the bag. Must be a money psalm. If you don't know what psalm relates to what intent, I did a video on every 150 psalm and where they go. The only one psalm was missing was 91. Why? It's still driving me crazy on why. Alright, so next it says carry the bag next to your skin, so tucking it in your bra would be a really good option, or putting it in the front of your underwear. I don't know, where else would you put it in? Oh, or like in a bracelet, maybe at a thick cuff, like a cloth cuff, you could tie it around your wrist. You could make a cloth cuff out of a t-shirt and it would be like a cool new thing. Like, isn't that everything? Oh my god. And like it's a Mojo bag, like little cuff. I might be making Mojo bag cuffs, y'all. If that sounds cool, let me know and I'll make some, put them on my Etsy page. Okay, so next you need to have it on your skin, next to your skin, and then when it's not on your person, keep hidden under your mattress like a little kid with something you're not supposed to have. Just, yeah. Because that mattress, it's so connected to you. You spend a third of your life there, believe it or not, and that's if you only are in there when you sleep. Alright, next is a Come To Me Mojo bag. The items needed are a pink or a red bag, your tag lock, so your personal piece of either hair, skin, nails, cinnamon stick you blew in, a picture of yourself, whatevs, seal of Venus, their tag lock also, pair of lodestones, dirt from a church or wedding chapel, tonka bean, lovage root, dahlia leaf, Spanish saffron, catnip, violet, roses, licorice root, coriander seed, gentian root, spikenard, lavender, passion flower, sugar, 3 Kings incense, love me oil. That is a lot of stuff, yeah? So I bet it's an amazingly effective bag. Tie the bag, making a neck. Smoke with incense. Pray Psalm 65 over the bag. Feed it with Love Me or whiskey. Feeding these things with whiskey are great. also bodily fluids, but that depends on you, okay? And if you want to know what kind of bodily fluids, just message me in the comments below and I'll let you know. Carry the bag next to your skin or under your mattress. Okay, a good health bag. Items needed: red or green flannel bag, tag lock, rose petals, rosemary, eucalyptus, cayenne, health oil, health incense. Place all items except incense and oil in the bag and tie the bag, creating a neck. Smoke with incense, pray Psalm 30 over the bag. Feed with oil, carry the bag next to your skin. When not on your person, keep it hidden in your mattress. Business Mojo bag. Items needed: a green bag, dirt from a successful business or bank. Local. It needs to be local to you. Or even better, the one that you use. Cinnamon chips. That's a hard ingredient to find, but I've got them. I've got cinnamon in all the ways. All the kinds, all the ways. Irish moss. Alkanet root. St. Joseph beans. I've never once heard of that. Piece of pyrite. Lodestone. Bills and coins. Realer, the more real the better, right? So real bills and real coins. Your business card, 3 Kings incense, and better business oil. What is it, kitty? Come on. Place all the items except the incense and oil in the bag and then tie the bag, creating a neck. Smoke with incense. Pray Psalm 114 over the bag. Feed with better business oil. Carry the bag next to your skin during your business hours, or keep it in or at the register. Okay. Next, chapter 12 will be on poppets. And I know that this video turned into a 20-minute video over 2 little tiny pages, but we did talk about a really killer offering that you can do for your hoodoo ancestors. We also talked about, you know, DIY Mojo bag, and I totally suggest you check that out. If you were just going to do it the way he's saying and create a neck, I think what he's saying is don't make this drawstring top like I've created. See, these are drawstring tops. And instead, he wants you to just put string below here and create like a neck. I don't know, but this is what I like to do is I'm going to tie it into a little bow. And then you could hang like the cinnamon stick or whatever on the outside. Or, you know, if it was for money, you could hang a coin on the outside. Yeah, and you could do that just by stitching it in, you know, at the top there. I don't know, we'll do it together. We'll definitely make a Mojo bag together very, very soon. So, and also if you want to see a Mojo bag video, just put it in the comments below what type you'd like to see. However, there are a lot of these ingredients in Hoodoo that I just don't have. And so we're just going to have to come up with substitutions, aren't we? I'm better at substitutions in regular herbalism and witchcraft, but that's okay. All you need to do is have confidence that this is going to go well, and you sure will. So, right. Thank you for joining me, Jenn the Taxidermy Witch, in bed when we talked about Hoodoo. And read from Hoodoo by Monique. Join your Siedlak. Have a beautiful day, you guys. Jenn the Taxidermy Witch. Bye-bye.